So I tried to do a video of welding the bumper on, and nothing but problems with YouTube saying background music is copyrighted. Just a lot of stuff like, oh, you don't have advisory for language and stuff like that. So unfortunately, I was kind of needing to get this done, but I can show you the final results. That portion right there is a little wet still. I just used some rattle can sealer just to seal it because tomorrow, Monday, I plan to primer the whole truck. So you might see a little shadows here and there. That just means it's the wet areas. But all in all, I mean, goddamn, it turned out pretty well. I went and did this lip here just because I didn't want screws showing. And granted, nobody's going to see it, but still, you know, it's me. I felt like doing it. But I had to weld some more metal in just to get this to look right. And just, you know, to flow nicely to the bottom. I welded some extra metal in. Put a whole bunch of filler. You can probably see a little bit of that filler there. You can see some right there too. Just so it would be what I wanted it to be. I mean, there's kind of a time limit on this, but not really. I do have 2 other trucks I need to do. But as soon as I get this all primered and pretty much all primered, I'm gonna stuff it over in the corner there after I clean it up. Wheel in my 97 GMC with 110,000 miles on it. Rip a transmission out of it. Replace the sun gear that is very common for the 4L60Es. Put it back together, and that's pretty much all it needs, minus some... It does have a coolant leak, but, you know, I already know where that is. It's on the intake. Wonderful GM fittings. But I mean, I wet sanded the whole truck. That's why that's why my floor is kind of clean, somewhat. I still need to wipe it off. It's January right now, so it's a brisk 20 degrees, and it's not like I can really roll it out and spray it with a hose. So I've been using buckets to do this. But I figured something out. I did wheel in my hose to basically get all the ice out of it, and basically what I'm going to do is just over by the door there's a water outlet. I'm just going to run the hose from there into here so it does have flow, so it won't freeze. Here's the 92 that I was talking about. Here's the S10 this is the other truck I got to do. But yeah, 110,000 miles on this guy. Just needs a sun gear. More than likely that thing stripped out. I took that off the hood. Holy mouse shit. And it stinks. So that's not going back in. I did paint the under portion of the hood black, which eventually when I do put the motor together and take the wonderful power of 4.3 out of there, it's going to be painted as well. It's going to be painted black anyway, so. But yeah, I mean, this took me a lot longer than I wanted to, just because the fact that when you are anal, you tend to do a hell of a lot more work than you know, you just do a lot more work because, I mean, this is my own vehicle. Eventually, you know, I'll sell it when I get bored of it. But there's no real time limit. I mean, I go back to work April, so in that amount of time, I got to get 2 more trucks done. And the S10 is going to be pretty much the same scenario. I'm going to have to repaint that and do all the body work and stuff like that. And I got a motor to put in that one. I had to customize a lot of parts to get the motor to fit in that one. But, you know, hey, if this doesn't keep me busy, I'd probably be out stirring up trouble, which, yeah, that's probably not the best thing. Keeps me busy, I'll put it that way. It keeps me busy until they're done. Then sometimes I get in trouble with them. But this one is more, I wanted this one to look nice and have, you know, a nice motor in it. Because, and a tow hitch, you can see right there. So I could bring the S10, which is my toy, my track truck. I sold my other two to buy the house. Actually, I bought the garage and got the house with it. So I'm kind of starting over with this guy. This is going to be the hauler, the nice hauler to the track, which is going to bring the S10 so I can rip around the track, have fun with it, put it back on the trailer, drive home. So yeah, I mean, tailgate still there. I haven't done a whole lot. I managed to dent my brand new tailgate right there. You can see where I put a little filler in. I don't know exactly how I did it, but I did it. So I saw that and fixed that as well. But yeah, so the next time you'll see this truck, hopefully it will be completely primed, in primer, ready. Well, I'm not going to wet sand it after I prime it. I'm going to stuff it over in the corner like I said and start working on something else, because the paint I want for this truck is not cheap. Altogether is close to $700 just for paint. Clear coat, base coat, all the stuff I need to do it. So yeah, this is going to be a little bit on the back burner until I get some other projects done. I'm actually going to make the S10 the guinea pig for some of the guns I have. I got an old gun, I don't even remember where I got it from, but this is basically the one that I use normally for base coat. I have a primer gun that I bought recently. It was not the most expensive, but I've been very happy with it. Main reason is this guy right here. You know, the other one had the knob. Well, when I was painting, I keep hitting the knob with my thumb when I'm painting, so it's putting more product out than I wanted to, versus this guy is up here, and I can sit there and, you know, paint no problem and not keep raising how much paint goes into the sprayer. I'm kind of looking into a new one, a new base coat gun. Here's my little guy for just little stuff, and I had to use electrical tape to keep the freaking cap on, because when you go like that, all the freaking paint fell out. Yeah, that was a mess. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this is, like I said, this is a hobby of mine. What I do for a living is I am a heavy equipment hauler, so pretty much anything that has a lot, you know, the semis that go down the road with the big oversized load, the flashy lights. Yeah, that's more than likely oftentimes me hauling crap around the metro area of Minnesota. I wish I could say it wasn't very stressful, but if there was nobody on the road, it'd be great. No stress whatsoever. People make it stressful, because, you know, it's like when you get on an airplane. The only people in the sky are pilots. They're professionals. Not so much out on the roads around here. I'm a professional driver. I've been trained. I keep doing training every year. You know, sharpen out. I go around courses and shit like that. And if everybody were to do what they were supposed to do, you know, as a prime example, merge correctly and use turn signals, it wouldn't be horrible. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's sketchy sometimes. I mean, it's scary. I mean, I roll up by somebody and they're sitting there on their phone driving with their knee. Granted, I drive with my knee too, but I'm not sitting here chit-chatting on my, texting on my phone and fucking looking up, oh, what should I have for dinner tonight and recipes. And this is not during rush hour traffic at a slow and go. This is at like 70 miles an hour down the road. But I mean, that's my rant about that. But so yeah, I mean, hopefully tomorrow this will be in the primer and fully primered, all the same color. I have to clean out my area over here to stuff it over there, and then I will roll in the 97 GMC and start working on that, and hopefully get another video that YouTube will actually let me post. Till then, stay crafty.